The killer was wearing such shoes whose sole was very thick. The killer attacks the legs of this man and breaks them. In the beginning of the movie, we see a man who goes to the police station, whose head was bleeding. He comes and tells the police that he has murdered a man. Hearing this, the police are also surprised. After this man is arrested. He says that he was fighting his enemy, but now he is regretting that he should not have done this. After this, we are shown the time after 3 years. We see an officer whose name was Luke. He is now called to the place where the murder took place. It is said that the man who died was a boxer. These people see his broken muscles and also see blood around his eyes. It is said that he was abused a lot with him. And he tried to fight that man a lot, but still he was killed. Because the man who was fighting him was better than this man in boxing. On the other hand, we are shown the same man whose name was Mo. We had seen him before, who had killed a man and come to the police. This man has been in jail for 3 years and is living his life comfortably. There is also a group of people in jail who bother him. But he does not answer them much and does not kill them. Then he sees the news of the murder on TV. He was listening to that news very carefully. Seeing this, it seemed that he knew something about this murder. Then it happens that he goes to the guard and says that he wants to meet Officer Luke. The guard asks him why he wants to meet him and why he wants to talk to him. He says that he wants to talk about the murder that has just happened. I want to tell him something, but the guard does not listen to him. Then again his fight with that group is shown. Before that, he used to fight with him. The leader of the group throws a metal plate at him. But in return, he breaks both his hands. He badly injures the leader. There the warden thinks that this man was not so fierce. But I don't know why he hit the leader so badly. He wanted to find out the reason for this. That's why he calls the officer Luke. When the officer comes and talks to him, he says that he wants to tell him something about the murder that has just happened. He tells the officer that the man who had died before had become his friend. He says that he had fought with this man before, but he had lost. The way his friend was killed, it seemed that the killer would kill many people after coming. He does not want to take any revenge, nor does he want any money. In fact, he wants to fight with the best kung fu fighter. The officer says that how can you say so confidently? Now he did not have any answer to this. But he says that if you free me, I will definitely find out the truth. The officer thinks that he is saying all this so that he can be released from the jail, that's why he is telling these stories. Now when the officer gets up and starts going, he takes the names of 7 people and says that one of them will be the next target of the killer. But still she leaves from here. She didn't believe what he said. But still she says to her junior officer that I want all the details about these 7 people. After this, we are shown the same killer who was writing the name of a man on the wall. Now the name of the man he wrote, his name was also told to the officer. Now the man whose name was told by Mo was working in an art museum. He was making a very big show there. When he was alone there, then the same killer comes here. For the first time we see the face of this killer. Now the killer says to this man, come and fight with me, fight with me. He was challenging. Now that man also agrees to the killer. Then the man sees that the killer was wearing such shoes whose sole was very thick and he could balance himself very easily on that stick. These two were very good at fighting. But still the killer attacks the legs of this man and breaks them. After breaking his legs, the killer leaves, but that man was also dead. There we see the officer who was checking the profile of the 7 people about whom Mo had told that they would be the next target of the killer. He was not understanding anything because everyone lived in different places, but everyone had learned martial arts. When the officer was checking everyone's profile, he found out that that man had been killed, whose name was Mo. Now for a few days Mo is taken out of the jail. After coming out he tells. Looking at that killer, it seems that he is using some different methods to kill people. He tells that the man he first killed, he fought with his hands. Now the man he just killed, he fought with his legs. Now he will come and kill the man who will be the wrestler. Mo was just telling about that man here. On the other hand, the killer also killed that man. When they reach that place, they see that the wrestler's dead body is thrown down the window. And at the same time, there was a mark on his arm, which was on the first dead man's arm. Then he was smiling at the killer from above. Now as he had a sense of laughter, Mo found out that he is the killer. Mo tries to catch him, but he runs away now. Mo also got a chance to run away from here. He runs away and comes to his village where he meets his wife. At that time, he gets something that looks like a key at his house, on which there was a symbol, that is, a mark was also made. Whenever the killer killed someone, he would leave this mark. Now he asks his wife, "Where did you get it from?" She tells that a man had come from the martial arts school, he has given it. Now he also understood that the killer wants to tell something through it. On the other hand, we find out about the killer's old life. This happens with his wife. His wife had cancer, because of which she died. He loved his wife very much. And now he learned martial arts so that he would not forget his wife and not remember her again and again. He kept practicing martial arts all the time. Now Mo and his wife go to the historian with that mark. The historian, who knows about old things, tells that this mark was given to those people who lost in martial arts. Then the man sitting there says, "I know about the killer. He lived in a nearby village. His one leg was small, but still his wife accepted him. His wife had died." After which he learned martial arts. Now Mo calls the officer and tells him that he has found out about the killer's place. Now when they go to that place, a woman tells them that the man who lived here, that is, the killer, I have never seen. He was sitting idle. He kept practicing martial arts all the time. He lost everything in his life. Now his only purpose is to become the best martial arts master in the world. For all this, even if he had to kill someone, he would kill. There the killer had reached his next target. Now the man he had to kill was a fighter and an actor. Here the killer says that we will fight with the help of the sword. While fighting, the killer cuts off the throat of the actor with a sword. Now because one after the other, a man was dying. The officer is also ordered from behind to quickly solve this case. The officer tells Mo that we will have to do something as soon as possible. If you know anything, tell me. Now he finds out that Mo was really hiding something from them. Actually, when he was in jail, the killer wrote him a letter in which he challenged him to fight. Now in the next scene, we are shown that all the video recordings of the jail are checked. And Mo was sitting there remembering what was written in the first letter. It was written that watch the news. When the killer first killed the fighter, it was being told about him. There, the police officers reach the killer's house and search his house. They find the bones of the killer's wife there. They knew that the killer would definitely come back here. Now that's why the police are ordered to hide in the killer's house for a few days. Until the killer comes back. Now the killer was also coming to his house in a boat. Then we are shown his wife's past. When she was very sick and fighting cancer, he strangled her and killed her. That means he killed his wife himself, with whom he loved so much. Now the scene comes back to the present, where the police are guarding his house from all sides, to catch him. But when he was coming, he saw the police and turned his boat. When the officer saw the killer and Mo together in the video, he also suspected that he was also involved with the killer. But it was all the killer's plan. That Mo will be taken out of the jail like this. Now Mo's wife also goes out to catch the killer herself. When Mo finds out that his wife is in danger, he starts shooting there, and runs away from there without any harm, so that he can save his wife. There his wife goes to the killer. She gives him his wife's ashes, and says that I am giving you all this. You leave my husband's life. Mo's wife and the killer have a lot of fights. And finally the killer hurts Mo's wife and runs away. Now Mo also reached there. He calls the police, so that they can help him, and catch the killer. He also tries to catch the killer himself. Now these two were in the boat and fighting. The killer tries to run away from here, but his boat collides with the officer. Now Mo takes his wife to the hospital. He tells that the first time I got his letter, so I just felt that he wants to learn martial arts from me. So I taught him everything. And I didn't know that he will kill people with what I taught him. And I got to know that the killer wants to kill my wife too. And if I wanted I could have told everything to the police. But he didn't tell. He knew that if he told that he wants to go out for his wife, then the police would never listen to him. He would never get out of the jail. Now he got to know the killer's next target. He goes to the man on the highway. and he fights the killer there too. In the beginning of the fight, we can't say who will win and who will lose. They both fight very well. And in the end, Mo throws the killer in front of a car. Then they both fight with sticks. That also breaks. Then they both fight using their hands. While fighting, Mo was about to come under the car. The killer takes advantage of this. He starts hitting him. There the officer comes and shoots the killer. After which Mo is taken to the hospital. And then we are shown a scene after some time. Now the officer comes and tells Mo that your bail has been done. In the last scene of the movie, we see Mo and his wife with some children. Her picture is taken. They both had made a martial arts school. And with this, the movie ends here.